Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Creative Stamping with Marg. I'm Marg. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from St. Albert, Alberta, Canada. Today we are going to do a fun fold card called a vertical easel card. And I have lots of Stampin' Up! News for you, so we'll go down to my desk. Maybe go down to my desk. Just a second here. There we go. Get you somewhat straight here. There you go. You can see on my desk I still have the flyer for the suite sale. So that is buy one suite, get the second for 50% off. Now it includes a whole suite or any products that are contained in a suite. So if you wanted to buy the bundle and then the paper, you would get the paper for half price. And you can mix and match. Okay. So that's going on till the end of June. I also have the new paper pumpkin flyer out. This one is the one that you need to subscribe to before July the 10th. It is called Sweeter With You. It is going to be making 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs. The ink spot is garden green, which I think is this color here. And it looks like it's kind of a summery one with the strawberries and the gingham. And it comes in this fantastic box that they don't do every month. Also, because it's a new set of 3 paper pumpkins being released now. They release July, August, and September. They release the dies that go with it for those 3 months. So these are the coordinating dies. The number is 167277. They're $16.50. You must be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber in order to buy these dies, but they will coordinate with the next 3 months. Okay, so that looks like a really cute kit. Summery, very summery. All right, so that's there. I also have a card kit ready to release, and I designed this card kit to showcase our 12 by 12 paper where you can see both sides of the paper. So there's 4 different cards. You would receive everything you see on the cards, the ribbon, the embellishments, the die cut pieces. There is some fussy cutting on this one, which I would let you do the fussy cutting. The only thing I can't include is the stamping, but in the PDF that you receive when you purchase this kit, I will list the stamp sets that I used if you're interested. They come with the envelopes, of course, so you can contact me via my email, mrgorn@shaw.ca, or on my website, margaretgorn.stampinup.net. I will have that card kit listed there. It's ready to go. And the kit itself is $15 if you are a local, and you can pick up from me. If I'm shipping it anywhere in Canada, it will be $20 total. Okay, on to our card. I said it was a vertical easel card. I've seen lots of people make these. It was Kelly Atchison that I actually watched do this one. So I will show you all our pieces. Today we're using, what are we using here? All the different colors. Blueberry Bushel is the card base, and it is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. So it's your regular card, but there's an extra fold in the front for the easel. Okay, you're going to need some white for the inside, and I'll show you why I've cut such a small piece of white. A piece of DSP that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and this is the inside. I've chosen kind of a muted pattern for the inside. The outside piece that we're going to decorate the front with, the piece was 4 by 5 3/8, and then I cut it in half, of course. So these are 2-inch pieces, but they're to match, you know. So I cut the piece first, and then I cut it in half. This DSP is the Full of Life DSP that is an online exclusive right now. I have a banner for the front, And I am using the full, Friends for Life dies that are on the last chance list. These dies were $47. They're now $32.90. And these are the dies missing our one word, friend. So the word friend is in here, and it can be cut out of the bigger piece. And you'll see I did that. I cut mine out of Blueberry Bushel. So that's the bigger background piece. And then this piece I cut out of Balmy Blue, and I still have it in the die because I want to show you how it works. I put it on, it's very fine, so I put it on an adhesive sheet, but I'll just show you how I'm going to put that together. So these are the dies. So you get 9 dies, and this is a really interesting one. You can cut this heart out, and you can cut around the heart with this. There's a leaf that goes with the stamp set. And unfortunately, the stamp set's already retired, but this friend die and this leaf die, the hearts, this sort of, I think that looks like a paint swish for the label. I really like that. I've used that a lot. So really, this is the only die that had a stamp that went with it. The rest of them, you don't need stamps for. Okay, so we're using that. We're also using my favorite stylish shapes. As you saw, I had a banner cut out of white with this large banner. And I've also cut the smaller banner from the same stylish shapes out of Blueberry Bushel. I have the smallest circle. I've cut it twice out of white, and that is going to be our mechanism, and I'll show you that. And from the Friends for Life dies, I've used this die here and this die here with the hearts, and I've cut a variety of hearts out. I've cut a variety of hearts out in the coordinating colors, and we'll use that as our sort of embellishments. Okay. The white, I don't know if you noticed, the white is cut from my new favorite set of dies. These are the textured notes dies. These are the rectangles, and I used the 4th one in for that white piece, and they all have different edges on them. They're very pretty. I really, really like them. And I've got some other embellishments that we'll see if we're going to use. So let's get started putting this all together. Clear this all off so that we can get, moving here. I'll just leave my hearts up the top there. I am going to put this on the inside. Now, you can see this is the opposite side of this paper that I'm using for the front, but it just, because it blends so well, that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in with my Tombow liquid glue. And I've sort of planned this, that I want that blue showing. Just a minute here, sorry, there's just that little tiny edge showing here, so just want to make sure I'm even all the way around. So that goes like that. If you are stamping, you're going to stamp on your white piece, and it's going to go to the very left-hand edge here, and I'll show you why. I'm not going to glue it yet, but I'll show you why it goes there. Now for the front, like I said, these two pieces are just that 1/8 inch smaller than the paper, than the card base, and I'm going to put them in like that, and the fold is in the middle. So we're going to apply these, and they just go flat down. Okay. And you want to make sure that they're matching, because that's the whole point of this. So fairly close to your fold, like that. This card goes together really quickly, but has, I think, a really good impact. Now, this is the key, that you want to make sure that this looks, that it's matching. Okay, there we go. Okay, That looks cool, doesn't it? Now, the whole thing about a vertical easel is that it's going to open like your person you're sending it to is going to open the card to read the inside, but it's going to tuck in like this, and it stands up like this. So you need something to hold it here. So what I thought I might do is put this banner here and apply all these hearts to it, but I'm sort of having second thoughts on that, and I'm thinking I maybe want to just put the hearts on here, and you put them up on dimensionals and they will, I thought if I just put them all together and then put them up on a dimensional. I don't think I'm going to use this. Don't know that I like that. So I think what I'll do is bring in my silicone mat, and I will position these that way. Just play with them a little bit and position them together. So I will just add, whoops, a little bit of glue here. And I'm going to put this on top. Like that. And then this one, maybe just on here. Just build this myself, right? Like that. And then the little one over here. Just want to put it the right way. They do have a right and a wrong. A little extra glue there. So I just built that myself, okay? Then I'm going to put it up on dimensionals, and it's going to stand right here. I think that looks really good. So we'll let that dry for a minute, and we can work on our word friend, which is going to go on the front. Now I left this in the die so that I could show you how this works. The tricky part of this is the I is separate, so it can get lost quite easily. And I also find that I can't always get the paper off the back of the dot because it's so tiny. It does have the adhesive sheet on the back. So what I'm going to do, I saw another demonstrator do this. She just put a little dot of glue right on her eye, and then she just poked this out and put it right on top. So I will take the other side of my take your pick here, get it off like that, pick it up and drop it down. Okay. All right. Then that'll stay. Now I can poke the whole word out like this, and you can see how delicate this word is. It's very fine. So that's why I did it on an adhesive sheet. It makes it a lot easier. And then you just carefully peel your adhesive sheet off in a place that you can get a hold of it. Sometimes that's trickier than it seems. There we go. So you just have to peel your paper off the back, and now it is a sticker. If you aren't familiar with adhesive sheets, they are a great thing. You get 12 sheets, and the sheets are 6 by 12. It'll last forever because you just use a little bit of it every time. Just being careful when you're pulling it off that you don't rip your word. Okay, and that paper goes in the garbage. And then our word gets carefully placed down. And whoops, sorry, it stuck to me. I like to go letter by letter and place it because it's supposed to be like in the center, but you can see how it gets stretched out of place when you're working with it. So just like that. So doesn't that look cool? That really makes that word stand out now. It's like it has a shadow, and that I, the dot on the I, is perfect. Okay, so that's ready to go. I'm going to put it onto here, just on that white banner to give it a bit of pizzazz, and I'm going to just glue it down. So you've got lots of room for glue here on the shadow part. And I just have to see how much of that. I guess I need a little more here. And a little more on here. Okay, I'm going to stick this down centered on my banner. Just like that. That looks good. And now this banner is going to go onto the center of my, I won't put it on the center of my card. I don't want to cover this up. So I think I'll put it up here. And the way we make this work, because it has to be on some kind of a mechanism so that when they pop this up, it's just sitting here. If you glued it flat down, then your card wouldn't be able to open. So that's what these two little circles are for. They were cut out of the Stylish Shapes, the smallest circle I used. And all you do is take them in your hand and fold them in half, just like that. And they bend quite easily. You don't have to score them or anything. I just took them and I just bend them, and they just bend right in half. And you can manipulate them with your hands. There you go. And just crease them. I will take my bone folder and crease them. They don't have to be perfect. No one's going to really see them. They're just forming our mechanism that goes behind this. And you're going to place them wherever you want your word to go. And they're going to be hidden behind your banner. So I just want to see. I think that's where I want it to be. So I'm going to put a little glue on one side of the circle, like this. And I'm going to put it right next to the fold. Right there. Next to the fold so that the fold can still happen, right? And do the same to the other one. Just glue on one side of your circle and match it up here to this, side of the fold. All thumbs today. There, so there's that. And so what you've got is you've just got them glued down, and then these sides are coming up. See that? And that's where you're going to put glue and put this on top. So just a little bit of glue on here, on each circle, like that. And then you're going to just put this down where you want it. I want it about there, I think. I gotta make sure it's straight. Okay, and I'm just gonna hold it for a second. And you can see it's just, I don't want to do this too quickly, but it's just holding. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to move it because the glue isn't dry yet. It's just holding that so that when you open your card, it's going to be like this. I think that looks really neat. All right, so I will do in order for the card to stay open, you have to have something on dimensionals here, and you can put it as far back as you want or as close as you want. And I am just going to put it just like that. I have regular dimensionals, and I probably have some minis here somewhere. There's some minis because I might need them for the smaller bits. Brand new sheet of dimensionals. How exciting is that? So I can put a large dimensional on the first one, and I'm going to have lots of dimensionals so that for sure it's going to hold it up. And I will put a small one down there. And of course, those don't show when you turn it over. Now you're just going to take the backs off your dimensionals and put it in place. Okay, one more. Oops. All right. So that is going to go. Just have to make sure it doesn't overlap your, and you can put it anywhere you want on this part, but you see how it holds it now? Because it's on dimensionals, right? So when the card is closed, it's going to look like this, but when it's open, your recipient can stand it up, and that's what it's going to stand like. that's what it's going to look like when it's standing. And I think that looks really neat with the word friend popped up there. And this, to me, could be used for any kind of occasion. It could be a birthday. It could be just, hey, how are you? Thinking about you. Congratulations on something. So I think that turned out really good. All right, and for the inside, for the writing, because you could write right on this. If you choose a neutral enough paper for your inside, you can write right on this, but I prefer to put a white piece in. This is why the white piece has to be right to the left-hand fold, because then when it's open like that, you don't see it. So I'm not stamping anything in this. I'm going to keep this card, and it will be for some occasion that I want to send to a friend. And you can have your writing piece up, down, or in the middle. I think I'll put it closer to the bottom of the edge here, just for something different. And that's the way our card looks. Isn't that cute? Love it. All right, the embellishments I brought in were the adhesive-backed Pearl Trio. They are on the clearance rack right now. They were $11.75. They're $9.22. The colors are Calypso Coral, Misty Moonlight, and Petunia Pop. And I thought either the Petunia Pop, which is kind of pretty, or the Misty Moonlight would go okay. I also brought in Pecan Pie and Clear Ribbon adhesive back dots. They're also on clearance for $9.40. And I thought the clear ones might, I actually like the clear ones. I think I'm going to use those ones. They kind of jazz it up a bit. Okay, so now let's see, where do I want to put these? I think I might highlight our word friend here. They come in big and small, just two sizes. So I think I will do this and this, like that. And then I wonder if I want to put some there, or that's good enough, I think, maybe. All right, I think that's good enough. Let's move these out of the way. All right, so I will show you a couple of other cards that I have made like this. So there's the card. Your recipient would get it just like this. They would open it and go, wonder what this does. But they'd open it, read the message, and then I think they would get the idea to fold it. And it stands like that. So that's that one. I made another one. This is retired paper that we had, Meandering Meadows, beautiful paper. It's nice with scenery because it's continuous. And this is a thank you card, as you can see. And I used the same idea with the muted paper on the inside, and then I just stamped two leaves, and these were actually from the Friends for Life. That's this die here with the stamped image on it, and that one goes like that. And then I did this one. This one was in my card kit last month, I think, and it goes like this and like that. So because this leaf was kind of an open die, it didn't sit up as good. So I had to put it on a circle to make it sit up, but that turned out good too. So that's what they look like. Just a different element with something sort of sitting off of them. I think that's really cute. So that's our cards for today. I'll put our feature card in the middle here. There we go. That's the one we did today. I hope everybody enjoyed that. If you're in need of a catalog, please let me know. I will get one to you if you don't have a demonstrator in Canada. I would love to earn your business. Remember about the card kit. And one thing I forgot to mention about the card kit that I have is that you do get I'll send you a private video of me putting these 4 cards together so that you can see what they're like. I can give you a better look at these cards now too. So this shows off our DSP, both sides of the DSP. And this card, the whole back. Oops, you see my directions there. This one. So you're seeing both sides of the DSP. So all these cards require the 12 by 12 DSP to make them. But all lots of fun. A great way to use up our designer series paper, and it kind of avoids that dilemma of, I don't want to cover up that one side. I don't want to glue it down. So this way you can see both sides. And of course, with the written PDF, and the cards, you'll have an idea of how to make it with your own paper if you wanted to recreate some of these. I also have a Designer Series 6x6 workshop on the way, and there'll be 4 cards with that one also. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. I sure appreciate your thumbs up. All the dimensions for this card will be underneath the video, and I hope everybody has a great week.